Yo, Devon, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pre-game popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. When the black still rattle, get some petrol with Red Bull or some lotto. We hit the metro at full throttle. We bottleneck about a 30-second intersection. Look in the opposite direction. Where's bound? We see Sharon flexing in front of M&G. We post up like sticky note. We strictly dope. We smell the icky in the air like hickory smoke. It's KRT folk, and we well represented. On that Knicks ship, you can smell it, so please don't step in it. The Knicks open up a can of whoop bath. The burner cooking with gab. Big cat in the alley digging through your team trap. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash to make a splash. But some fool moving slow before the pregame show. But we came to let you know here's what's on tap. With a starting five and report key matches and all that. Let's salute to the family chat. Interact with your man them. And the brand on the cameras with picture. Cats and snap back to fitted caps. And we Nick dripping. If things we are talking, you know we fit the description. And it's the OG, holding the Ananobi. We calling to me and my man Brody. Join the Adobe on the low, be on your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. It's Nick's Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping and Nick drip. Real talk. Real talk. We back with the recap. What's good, everybody, man? We in the building tonight, man. Surprise. But anyway, salute to everybody, man. We in the building with the recap tonight. Had a late game last night. Got a couple of days off, but we decided to get in here and chop it up with y'all on the recap tonight, man. On just kind of semi-cold day up where I'm at and all that good stuff. But anyway, salute to everybody. Let me bring my partner to the building, man, so we can get a pop and shop. Powers was good, my man.
In the chat. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Salute to the chat. What's good? Fabian, my man, what's popping? Johnny Davis, what's good, my man? Good to see y'all. Real talk. I know it's kind of a surprise tonight, but we in here, though, man. We about to chop it up a little bit. I'm excited to get back in here tonight. To talk about that game last night, which was a pretty phenomenal game they had going on up in there last night. Knicks went out there and did the damn thing yesterday, man. Offense was on full display last night. They just was getting it popping. The big boys had it popping. Everybody had it popping, you ask me. But good win. We figured out what happened, though. We talked about that shot Powers before the game started. That we expected this to go this way. No KD, no Bradley Beal. So we kind of seen this coming, and they lived up to it, man. It's the truth to power. They got it popping last night, man. Jalen Brunson, the burner was in full effect. Cat was in his bag. I mean, them cats was doing that thing, man. Josh Hart was playing good. Anunoby, the whole start five, they clicked for almost 100 points or whatever. So I was excited to see all that, man. But good victory though, Shot Powers. 4 games in a row, 3 games over 500. That was just a huge win for us, man. Like I said, we always gonna run into teams who don't got their best players, just like a lot of teams ran into us when we didn't have our best players. So it goes one hand and one another. I'm not making no excuses for it. They did what they supposed to did, knowing that KD knew one. That's why I think it was a really great win, Shot Power, because they did it the way they're supposed to do it, knowing that the other team had some of their firepower down and they could key on some of their better guys. And I think that it played out right the way it's supposed to, and the Knicks did the damn thing, man. What you think about that game last night? How you feel about it, OG?
Yeah, man, they did exactly what they did, man. I mean, when you talk about the starting unit, when you get 35 points, basically 35 points from Cat, 35 points from JB, you know what I mean? What can you say, man? I mean, 70 points from those 2 guys in your starting unit. And I mean, that is phenomenal, you know what I mean? And we talked about it last night. I think you said 30 points a game. Someone said 40 points a game, 40 points for both of them. And I mean, and that's where we fell right in between. I mean, one had, I think one was 36 and one was 34, something like that. But same difference. That's 70 points right there for you. And 2 guys, you know what I mean? And they did what they had to do. Their defense was on point last night. They had a little lax in a couple of things and stuff like that. But sure as it stinks. You know what I mean? They came back out right after the timeout and go down with the deadliest offensive game that they came back. Down 11, they come back, hit a banger three, then come right back, hit another banger three. Put the defense on to get an and one. That's how you do. That's how you play basketball. You know what I mean? That's how a winning team wants to play basketball. You know what I mean? All right, we just gave them back 14 points, but we just came back in here and got 9 of it back. That's the type of basketball that I've been waiting to see from this team and since the beginning of the season. And this is what's going to make it even better. You know what I mean? We got Precious Achua traveling with the team. He probably will be back over this weekend. We got Deuce McBride sounding like he's going to be coming back probably for Saturday's game. We got Mitch traveling with the team. And you know one thing, Knicks fans, when a player is traveling with the team, that means they're not too far gone from being back on the court. So, man, oh, man, it's heating up, man. That pot is heating up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, real talk, man. I second everything you just said, Brody, because them guys, man, they gelling. And before I go any further, let me sloot up the chat, man. I can't remember that. Coach, good call the other night, Coach. Past night, you almost had it, bro. But that's a good call, because they will get it, though. I agree with you on that. I just want to give Coach some flowers, because he talked about them hitting 40 apiece last night. They damn sure hit it. Damn near hit it. You know what I mean? They probably would have got it from a couple of things here and there, but, because Jalen Brunson hit a couple of threes in a row he missed. You know what I mean? And I think Tibbs took him out and put my man and let him get some rest. But overall, it's a good call, though. Salute the Queen in the building. Chris was good. Coach in the building. Big Task, my man, was good. Brian, Darren, Daniel, Johnny, Fabian, everybody. Salute to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. And then, like I said, Knicks open the can of whoop ass. The burner cooking with Gad. Big cat out here digging in your team trash. This is what happened last night. That's why the bars was written a while ago. Because that damn sure what they were doing last night. Listen, the burner was cooking with Gad, a big cat in the alley digging in your team trash. That brother, man, he on another level. He got to be playing the top center to me out of everybody in the NBA. He got to be playing the best basketball from the center position to me. I mean, he is really in his bag, man. This dude is on another level, bro. I'm telling you, and he going in there with a straight grit, 2-shot power. But everything people talk about, they thought he couldn't do. That brother go big hard too. He going in there like Giannis, but maybe not as physical as Giannis. But he going down there and he throwing that big body at them dudes, man. And Nurkic is a big dude too. He ain't no baby. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to see Cat really in there, hitting from all 3 levels, man. He inside, upside, downside, inside, whatever. He is doing it. I hope he keep it going, man. But overall, the Brunson Burner sharp powers got back in his bag last night. He loves me. He loves playing in Phoenix, man. I mean, he was in there. He came out in the first quarter. He set the tone. He set that tone. Yeah, man. And then they started knocking down 3 points all over the place. I'm like, if this is the Knicks team you're going to see from here on out, now that they're trying to get acclimated to each other, starting to get each other's familiarity together, understand what each other like to do, shop out. If this is any indication what this team going to be moving forward, we should be some happy Knicks fans up in this piece. We really should. Because I do think this team is playing some good basketball and they're going hard, and they just only getting better, man. So that's a good win last night. I can't say enough, man. We just got to keep this thing going, man. What was your thoughts on who was somebody stood out to you last night that you really thought that was in their bag and made a difference last night from your perspective last night?
Everybody, but the one guy that I just harp on all the time is Josh Hart. Josh Hart is an everything guy, man. He does everything you want. You know what I mean? Another almost triple-double last night. I mean, it's a couple of guys that you can speak on. You know what I mean? Payne came in great minutes off the bench. Carried the bench and scoring and everything like that. You got Mikal knocking down mid-range. His midi is incredible, and he's starting to find his range at that 3-point, that right corner. He likes that right corner. And he's starting to wet that thing down, you know what I mean? So you got Brunson getting out there, just going phenomenal. What was it? The knots. He hit like 7 or 9 3-pointers last night or something like that. I mean, Cat coming through here, and that it's the whole team now. They're starting to really get together, and I just can't wait till they get these ancillary pieces back, so it could be a little more drawn out. There's no knock on what Tibbs does by playing his players, but if you really look at the stat sheet, if you really look at the minutes that players are playing, you're not seeing 44 minutes from Cat. You're not really seeing 40 minutes from Jalen Brunson often. You know what I mean? You're seeing the guys that are getting the 40-minute games is Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. And I mean, two guys that are grunts. They are in the Grinches. They in there. They ready to fight. And those are the two guys. I said this the other night when we was talking about it. If it was up to me, if I'm seeing somebody playing those minutes, I would rather Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges play those minutes than to see Cat, OG, and Brunson play those minutes. And the reason why we need Cat, we need OG to stay healthy. You know what I mean? These two guys, they don't get hurt. Knock on wood, they don't get hurt. I mean, they're rugged, they're durable, and they're always there to play basketball. So my perspective is about the whole team because everybody played good last night. Everybody had a great game. You know what I mean? Jericho Sims had a phenomenal game for me last night. You know what I mean? So it's all the pieces and Tyler Kohler getting those minutes that he had. It was just a real good combination of the team playing great basketball, man. And I'm happy to see it.
Yeah. Salute everybody in the chat, man, for coming in, man. Appreciate y'all, ladies and gents. Chris in the building. Travel by, my man. What's good? Peace of the God, Allah wide parish, my brother. What's popping? Fabian, Kareem, what's good, my man? Salute to my man Kareem, everybody, man. Salute to the chat, man. That's where it's at, man. Y'all up in here, man. Real talk. But yeah, overall, you just got to feel good about the way the team is playing right now. After starting off kind of, trying to figure this thing out in the first 12, 13 games, but they look like they finally getting settled in, and that's without Deuce McBride, Pressure Chua, Mitchell Robinson, or whoever, so on. And I can only imagine when them guys get back here to help keep this thing really intact. So them three missing probably another three outstanding defense players on the Knicks team, ladies and gentlemen. Deuce McBride is an outstanding defense player. Pressure Chua is a good defense player. Mitchell Robinson, what he could do, he's an outstanding defense player on the anchor. So you can only imagine. I can only imagine when them three dudes get back, and they all be in the second unit. And that's what's so crazy, ladies and gentlemen, that knowing that when Mitchell Robinson and Pressure Chua and McBride get back, that's our second unit dudes, and Shaman too as well. Turf, true indeed. And even when he get back, so that this team is going to be pretty loaded. And that's pretty much the core. And Anobi McHale and Josh Hart. Then the other guys who really are defense guys on that team, Shot Power. So you can only imagine how it's going to be then. That this thing, you're going to get a lot of nights like this here with some really good defense. And I think they just got to keep it going, man, and keep getting familiar with each other. And I think they're going to be good to go, man. This is a pretty good team to watch so far. And if they keep playing the right way and keep developing good habits throughout the season, and hopefully we get the injuries out the way, I think we're gonna be really, really tough team in the playoffs, man. And we got a chance to go deep up in there with this team. So I'm really hoping these guys just keep gelling, and doing their thing. And then we get a pop in nostalgia. What's popping, my man? Salute my man, nostalgia. King Rippy, salute to you. I hate to break my flow, but I was gonna shout out my peoples. Yeah, man, but I think they're going to be pretty nice to see, man. And Nick Mahoney, right, man, we can only imagine what McCullough might do on the defense side of the ball. So they got a juggernaut defense once they all get healthy, and they just got to keep cooking. That offense is prolific. Unselfish, shot power, and prolific. That's all I can say. To put it in one word, they unselfish, and when the burner got her going, it's hard to beat this team. Remember, he was averaging 25 this year, but he really wasn't in a good groove yet. So that's why I can see why we went through them the peaks and valleys, one win here, one loss here, one. But now, if he gonna be in his bag like this, and that was some good. They put some good defense dudes on him last night too. That rookie boy Ryan is a good defender. And my man, the brother that could shoot the three ball, Neil. He's definitely a good defender. So they had guys at him, and he still lit him up, man. I was like, yo, this is crazy. They can't stop this boy. And now I know KD was on that bench looking at Jalen Brunson like, yeah, O'Neal, thank you, nostalgic. Yeah, I know Kevin Durant was like, this dude is the real deal. You know what I mean? And then I can see why, because for somebody to be 6, whatever, 4, 5, whatever, it could get buckets from anywhere, anyhow. And you got guys who got a bag maybe in one good area, but this dude got a bag in all the areas. This cat literally can get it from everywhere. You know what I mean? So I know that it was like he busting Grayson Allen, he busting O'Neal's butt, he busting my man, but all of them. I'm trying to think of the brothers right here. I'm sorry, the main dude, Devin Booker, I meant to say. He had Tyrus Jones in a donut. I'm like, okay, y'all ain't want none of that smoke, man. Hey, Fabian said 6'2", and that is crazy. Somebody to get buckets like that, man. And so I'm glad to have him, man. And knowing, I'll say all I have to say is when he's in his bag, the Knicks is a special team. Because I think that what Anunoby doing and Josh Hart and Mikal doing, the ad with Brunson and them guys, man, it's just phenomenal. So I think it was good to see, man. I hope he continue doing what he's doing, Shaw.
Yeah, I'm wholehearted to see the starter unit averaging 100 points a game. 30 points from Cat on average, 30 points from Brunson on average, and 15 points from the other three guys. You know what I mean? Easy. You know what I mean? Easy. And that's being nice about it. You know what I mean? OG is having a phenomenal year. We paid good money. Well, we didn't pay, but the money that's being spent for OG Anunoby is well worth what he is doing for the team.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Mikal Bridges, everybody's, he is starting to get his niche. He said it last night. They're starting to figure it out, and he's going to even get better and better as he marinates with the team and stuff like that. Another guy that, well worth giving up those first-round picks and giving up Bodon for him. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy to see what the Knicks are doing, man. And another big pickup was Payne. You know what I mean? We got the second unit, like you said, Divine, coming back when they're all healthy. You're looking at Deuce McBride, Cameron Payne, Shamuth, Precious Achiuwa, and Mitchell Robinson. That's a starting team. That's a starting team in the NBA right there. Those five guys right there, that's a starting team. So could you imagine how Tom Thibodeau is going to formate this plan to interject these guys from the starting unit and the second unit? If you need all offense, you put Payne and you put Payne into the starting unit. You put Deuce into the starting unit with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby with Cat. Or if you want all defense, you put Mitchell Robinson out there with Precious Achiuwa, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Deuce McBride, like we talked about in the background. This is going to be incredible, and it's going to be a little bump in the road, but I think these guys are going to come in and fill in just the way they've been filling in. Deuce hasn't been out for that many games, so he's going to come right back in to his flow. Precious may take a couple of games for him to get back into his flow because they're probably not going to extend him that much into 20, 22, 25 minutes as he first comes back. But as they start getting those minutes, you'll see the starting unit gain leads and the second unit protect the lead. And this is this is going to be something to really watch, man. This is going to be a real scary team going down. And I'm glad I'm a Knicks fan because I'm all the way turned up with this.
Yep. I don't want to leave out nobody, but salute to the chat. Hey, Chris, I got some more hats coming in. When I get them on, I get your math, Chris. I got some coming in, and we'll talk about it. I get it to you. Right now, I just got enough. I got to wait for them to make some more. Which are coming down the line. But will be some more drip coming out in the next couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen. So depending on how long they take for it to get it done, and I'll reach out to everybody who want to get the KRT joint, man. But yeah, man, Shot Powers. It's just that they playing good though, man, and I'm happy, man. As a Knicks fan, I can't be more happier than the way this thing is constructed. I've been happy since Tom Thibodeau and Leon Rose took over. You know what I mean? Because they've been putting in some work since 2020, 21. They developed a lot of good players. Some players went on to have other careers and another team. But to think about when they walked in this door, what they had to reshape and coming 4 years into it, look what they got now. That is a really a phenomenal building process that Knicks did. I mean, they really did build this thing, man, and you got to give them flowers because that team is scary, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm quite sure a lot of people who we play against in the NBA are going to feel the same way, that this team is so diverse, and they can just do so many things, like you said, Shop, how they can throw up any lineup out there depending on the situation. And when they get fully healthy, it is scary to see. You know what I mean? To me, and as a fan, I was looking at it last night. I was like, man, this team is scary, bro. I say that with all respect to all the other teams in the NBA, because you got some damn good teams out there. Like, listen to what we played last night. They was 9-1 before KD and them went down. Let's not get it twisted. The Phoenix got a good team, man. So that's why I was happy about the way the game went. We blew them out. Because if there was KD and it was there, we could have lost, or it could have been a tight game. But to me, to blow them out without KD says a lot about the team. Like they knew they supposed to beat these cats like that. And like we talked about in the pregame, key on Devin Booker. Even if he get his points, key on him, don't make it hard. And you had deal with everybody else. And I think the only one really came out and for a minute was Royce O'Neal. And obviously Grayson Allen had some buckets here and there, but they did the most primary thing they could do was not shut down, but make it hard on Devin Booker. And they did that, man. So he went 20 for 23. He was shooting the damn thing, but then he went 2 for 7 from downtown. So I think they did their job there, man. Overall, just a good win. I'm happy about it, ladies and gentlemen in the chat and everybody, man. It just was a good win on the start the West Coast thing. And I'm really looking forward to what's moving on ahead because we don't know what the team's gonna be like after December. You never know. They might say they got enough, or they might say let's wait till all our soldiers get back and we'll see how we playing going into the deadline. You know what I mean? The Knicks might not even make a move. They might feel like they good enough, especially when they get the rest of the soldiers back. And that's when I'm not really trying to judge a team too much now, but give them their flowers because the way they play on our offense. And, every now and then I got to say, listen, you're not playing the defense that we used to y'all playing. But other than that, it's not too many complaints with this team at all, if any, shot power right now, especially during this 4-game win streak, other than our defense every now and then don't always play up to par. Other than that, it ain't too many things to worry, say too much about this team overall. I mean, last night, and I put up the box score. They really got down from a stat line standpoint. They really, really did the damn thing, man. And if you look at it, here you go right here. I put it up there for y'all ladies and gentlemen to see, for those who didn't recall what they did last night from a number standpoint, and then we get it back at you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, last night, 138 to 122. They really did the damn thing from a player perspective. 40 minutes from Mikal Bridges, shot 50% from the floor, 2 for 5 from downtown, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 1 steal, plus 19. Great job on him last week. 16 points. He played an all-around good game, man. He really did, man. And he didn't let it get to his head that he was in back in his hometown, not hometown, but the team that drafted him. Well, they truly drafted him but traded him. But the team he started out his NBA career with, let me put it like that. He went there and did the damn thing last night, man. He played an all-around solid game, plus 19. Anunoby, 35 minutes, 4 for 7 from the floor, shot over 50% from the floor, shot 50% from downtown, shot 100% from the chatty stripe, 7 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, 2 steals, plus 20-14. These kids are playing all-around basketball for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Every position of cast, they just doing it. And the big cat not say enough. 34 minutes, guys, 12 for 19, 3 for 8 from downtown, 7 for 8 from the chatty stripe, a double and rebound again, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers, plus 23, 34 points. What can you say? Brunson Burner, 37 minutes, 12 for 21, 7 from 11 from downtown, 5 for 5, 10 rebounds. No, I'm going to say 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal. He had 5 turnovers, so big. He normally don't do that, so we let him go for that night. Plus 16, 36 points. Maybe that's why he got the only the plus 16 because of the 5 turnovers. But Josh Hart, another solid all-around game, ladies and gentlemen. 39 minutes, 8 from 11 from the floor, 2 for 3 from downtown, 1 for 2 from the chatty stripe, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, plus 22, plus 22, 19 points. If Josh Hart hit them 3-point shots like that the rest of the year, the Knicks will win it all. Chop out. The Knicks will win it all because you cannot double team him no more. You can't just leave Josh Hart open now, and he works on that 3-ball all summer long. That was one
shooting it now, yes.
Yeah, that was his pet peeve the whole summer. He said he wanted to work on his 3-point shot, and he knocked him down, and he's shooting him with confidence too. He ain't hesitating about this shit like he was doing last year and the year before. He get it. He open. He letting it fly. Salute to Josh Hart, man. Jacob Toppin only got 2 minutes. Jericho Simmons, another solid, -4, but still had a solid game to me. He had 14 minutes, 22 for 2 field goals, 6 rebounds, 4 defense rebounds, 2 assists, and he -7 but 4 points. But them 4 points was effective though. Him and Jalen Brunson starting to figure him out in that pick and roll now, and I'm loving that. Seeing them giving that guy more opportunity. He got talent there, man, and just give him the ball every now and then, and hopefully when Mitchell Robinson come back to do the same thing, post him up down there. Mitchell Robinson this year with Brunson off the pick and roll might be more deadly when they playing together because Jalen Brunson's throwing the ball to more people this year. So I think that should be good when Mitchell Robinson get back. But other than that, Tyler Coley had some good 11 minutes, man. It was 11, only 3 points, but it was a good 11 minutes for Tyler Coley. It really was. Cameron Payne did the damn thing last night as well. Again, he had 26, 4 for 9, 2 for 6 from downtown, scoring the ball well, 12 points, minus 7 shot power. Other than that, Devin Booker was the man for them last night. 33 points, 15 from Tyrus Jones, 14 from Nurkic, 17 from O'Neal. I think O'Neal was doing the damn thing. But, overall, it was a gutsy win for us, and I'm glad we got to get the W shot powers. And I think that box score says a lot about the way that offense is clicking right now.
Yeah, and we even me and you was just talking about the defense. If you notice, almost every one of the starters had a steal. You know what I mean? Everybody's they got their hand in the cookie jar, you know what I mean? And they catching them cases, man. They are playing defense in spurts, you know what I mean? And I've seen some people talk about, oh, well, Cat's not a defensive presence on the defense. He's not blocking shots. He's not impeding people from driving down the lane. Yeah, he does that. Not as well as Mitchell Robinson does. Intimidate people going down the lane. He's not Mitchell Robinson, but you know what he does? He takes all the brunt off on the offense. He pulls that center all the way out to the foul line. Out to the 3-point line, and everybody is running wild. And he can pass the basketball. One of the big stat lines of him is him having those assists last night. So these are the things that we have to, the good and the bad, the ups and downs, whatever you want to call it, because what he's not doing on defense. I don't know why people say that, because he's grabbing. I don't think it's one game that I see him not grab at least 10 rebounds. I mean, and he's grabbing offensive rebounds as well. It's not just like he's grabbing 10 defensive rebounds. He's getting out there and grabbing 2, 3, 4 offensive rebounds a game too. So I'm just waiting for it to all come. I'm waiting to see Precious on the court tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm waiting to see Precious on the court Saturday. I'm waiting to see Deuce on the court Saturday. So now we got three good guys. We'll have Precious back. We'll have Deuce back, Payne, and I'm pretty sure Tom Thibodeau will figure out who's going to put in that lineup, or alternate the guys from the starting lineup, like a Mikal Bridges into this lineup with Josh Hart or with OG. So it's going to be fun to watch, man. And they're starting to pick. This is a good test for them to be on the road right now. To really bond with themselves, because they don't have no fan. Well, they had a lot of fans there last night, but they're not in Madison Square Garden. They're away, so the only people that they have to depend on is themselves. And they sure look good last night. They depend on themselves real good last night.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, man, I tell you what I loved about last night as well. What I think I really loved about it was Cat didn't even start off the game like blazing. He worked his way. I love the way he methodically worked his way into that game. He methodically worked his way into that game, not putting pressure on himself. You know what? That's what's special, because the Brunson burner had it going, so they didn't need to. He's like, all right, let the captain cook. He cooking right now, and what I do is I just mellow out or whatever. And then in the second half, when I noticed Brunson started kind of okay, you know what, might taper off a little bit, then Cat picked it up. So, that's the way they playing ball out there. The Knicks will take Jalen Brunson out and keep Cat in, or they'll take Cat out and keep Jalen Brunson in, vice versa, like Shaw always say. Now, you starting to really see him do that all the time, where, like, I'm going to have one of them guys on the floor who, no matter what, can get buckets. You know what I mean? And that's something we didn't have last year, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't have the leisure of having a guy like Cat and Brunson who can, one be on the court, one could be out. So that just tells me how well they running this offense down there, man. Like, and they're resting these guys too, because it gives them rest. I think that's important, because you don't want to have both of them at the same time. They both get tired. So I love the way Tibbs and them substituting these guys this year. They doing it. I got to give Tibbs flower. He's substituting the mess out these guys this year. But it's good when you got enough talent when you can do that too. Because sometimes you can't do that when you don't have the talent. Then you got to let these guys play all these minutes because you don't have the talent. So I think when we get a little healthier, you don't have to see these guys play these minutes because Deuce and Brad will be back. Pressure Chu will be back. And guys who can count on. Don't get me wrong. I like Dadier and I like Eric Hockenpert, but you can't rely on them. You know what I mean? So he know he can rely on Precious Achiuwa. He know he can rely on Mitchell Robinson. He know he can rely on Deuce McBride. Why? They've been around. He know them. They know the NBA. So I think that's going to be so important when they get back. You won't even see these guys. They be getting the minutes they're at right now, 34, 35. You ain't going to see too many niggas starting to play 35 minutes when these guys are healthy, man. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to need to. And the way that offense is clicking, it's just, they be busting a lot of people up this year. So, and that means you can get them other guys in there like Haka Purdy and them, get they burned. Then I love the way they did it the other night, so they just got to keep doing the thing, man. Keep building on these good habits, man. I like this team, man. I think they're going to be a problem for a lot of teams because you got 5 guys there starting lineup who all worthy of some type of award in the NBA. If it was about the self accolades, but it's not about the self accolades. So, but if it was, Carl Anthony Towns with All-Star, All-NBA, Jalen Brunson, All-NBA, All-Star, Anunoby possible defense player of the year, Mikal Bridges. I can't get him a category because he ain't improved either. He's just that good. And then, so it's all around. We just got guys there who are on every level in that starting lineup is worthy of some accolade. And I just think that's really dope when you got a team who could get it in all different angles because wait till when their defense get intact. Defense ain't intact yet. I still think they'd be like Shaw Powell said. I still think they'd be in the top 10. And they ain't even there yet. So they defense get there, it's going to be a problem, bro. It really is, man. So I'm happy to see it, man. And let's hope they keep it going, man. What else did you think from that game last night? You thought that made a lot of sense, man, for you. I know it's so many, you could pretty pinpoint 50 different things. Like I said, for me, other than our defense not really playing stellar, I get it, though. But you know what I did notice real quick? Our defense played it really stellar when they had to. Like when they was making runs, Tom Thibodeau will call a timeout. You're not letting the shit get under 10, 15, and when it got to like 12, 13, he'll call a timeout. Them cats will come back in after the timeout, after making some adjustment, running back up to 20. They kept every time they had a little defense lapse, they called timeout, and their defense got better after the timeout, and they picked it back up. And that's why they was able to sustain that point differential because they just kept playing shot power. So I got to give them the credit, man. They were doing it on all angles last night.
Yeah, it's the whole team, man. Because like I said, every last one of the starters had at least one steal. You know what I mean? Payne had a steal. Sims had a steal. They all are playing the defense. In order for them to get that 30-point lead that they had to play defense. And the offense was on fire. And I mean, at one time they were beating them so bad. I sat back on the thing. I said, "Sheesh." You know what I mean? Then there was a little lax. Then you start seeing the guys getting a little tired. Then Tibbs, like you said, called a timeout, substitute, made a couple of changes, and then they come right back. Big shot, another big shot. And another thing about this team is we have players in our starting lineup that are big shot makers. Jalen Brunson, big shot maker. Cat, big shot maker. OG Anunoby, big shot maker. Mikal Bridges from that right corner, big shot maker. And Josh Hart, not hesitating shooting that 3-point shot this year, big shot maker. We have some finishers on this team. And at that, in a nutshell, I have to talk team about what they did last night because it was the team that did it. It wasn't one. I can't. You could point to a person who did what and what did what because you may want you're more favorable to that person. But for me, the whole team, it was a masterclass last night. Everybody that got on the court did what they needed to do to sustain and grow that lead that they had, and I was happy to watch it last night.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's that in a nutshell, man. But yeah, moving forward, man. All I can say is that we just got to keep just keep building, man. You know what I mean? Because I think we're doing the right thing, man. We're doing the right thing. We're doing it the right way. Like I said, you got developing good habits take time. You just develop good habits in an instant. That it takes time to develop good habits. That's anything, no matter what part of life it is. And then right now, and for basketball, from a Knicks perspective, they're developing good habits. You know what I mean? And they really utilizing the tools they got in the shed. I mean, they doing everything the right way. Them cats is playing some unselfish basketball, putting up 30 assists in the last couple of games here and there. I mean, these cats this is a well put together starting basketball team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most unselfish teams. They are playing like the night. I know y'all probably weren't even born, but they are literally playing like a Reds holding Knicks team. They are playing like the 70 Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. straight ball distribution, sharing is caring, all that. That's how they playing. They playing like them. They playing like them 1971 and 73 Knicks. And they utilizing that talent they got there, man. And I hope one day that the results will turn out like the New York Knicks of the 1970s, because they won our 2 championships. And right, you want to say Cat playing like Willis Reed, give him his flowers. You want to say Jalen Brunson playing like Walt Frazier, give him his flowers. You want to play say Anunoby playing like David Busher, give him his flowers. All up and down, man. Jerry Lucas, all of them, they are playing some good ball. So I'm excited about the Knicks are doing over here, man. We just got to keep these cats and doing the right thing all the way through, and they're gonna be okay, man. So I'm looking forward to some good things when the season get further in. But yeah, other than that, man, it's another game under the belt, 138-122, ladies and gentlemen. They went out there and did the damn thing. But I'm looking forward to the game Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Just to let you know, for those who don't know, the game Saturday is 5:00. It's a 5:00 game in Utah. So y'all make sure y'all don't forget what time it is. There's a 5 o'clock game. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, 5 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen. Let me throw that up right there for y'all can see. And just in case y'all might not have the schedule right there. Let me take that chat off so I can see it, and then I'll bring it back in. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Jazz Friday at 5 o'clock, and then Monday 9 o'clock. Then 7:30 against the Mavericks. And then the day after Thanksgiving, I think Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, we got 12 o'clock at the Hornets. So the good thing about this, South Power, was that it's none of these games that's going to be 10, 11 o'clock. That was the only game that was a 10 o'clock game. And the Denver game was an hour earlier. So Dallas is going to be 7:30, and the Hornets is the light day on a matinee game. So overall, I'm glad they're not playing 10 o'clock the whole West Coast trip. You know what I mean? They're almost like they're like a Midwest type thing. So, but
the one big thing that I did like about last night is seeing Jamal Crawford commentate last night. That's one of the big things last night. If it was something that you want to say that was big to watch last night, was Jamal Crawford, a former New York Knicks, great New York Knicks player, commentating for the New York Knicks, filling in for Clyde last night.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. Humble brother, real humble man, and him and Green had some good chemistry. They really did.
Yeah.
It was almost like a baby Clyde there. They had good chemistry, man. They were feeding well off each other. They responded well to each other's jokes. They kept it lightheaded, and it made you feel like Clyde in there. It really did. You know what I mean? Maybe not at the level, but good. And I like the way Jamal Crawford was breaking down and analyzing the players.
Facts.
Yeah, he was
very knowledgeable. Facts.
Yeah, he was, man. He was doing the damn thing. So that was good to see as well. So I was happy with that broadcast myself, man. It was good to see that. But other than that, man, that was a good win for us. We got 4 in a row. We move on to Utah Saturday, 5 o'clock. They got a good team down there. They might not be really going nowhere in the West, but they got some talent down there. Like I said, when you got teams like Utah who got a lot of good talent, they might not be a lot of winning talent, but they got good talent. Like, listen, we know what Marketing could do. We know what Colin Sexton could do. Obviously, my man Walker Kessler having a pretty good year so far at the center spot. They just got some good energy down there, man. They still got Claxton there. They probably got more guys I'm missing, but we can't go in there and take them for granted. It's going to be a good test for them. I'm going to love the matchups on Saturday when we get ready to talk about it in the pregame, because there's some really interesting matchups in that game, really good ones. So that should be lit on the pregame, ladies and gentlemen, 4 o'clock Saturday. I think the key matches will be pretty awesome when we put it up there, man, because I already got in my mind with some matches I'm looking forward to. So other than that, it should be a fun game, and if we can win that one, man, that'd be huge. I'd love to win that one. That's the type of game that you don't want to take for granted, but I think we're gonna have to go out there and play hard against some guys. You know what I mean? Because I don't know if they're in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes or whatever, but I mean, they not where they probably want to be in an association right now. So we should be able to go out there and put some work in, and I think we will. I think we go do that. He said that draft. Jarvis, salute my man, salute to Jarvis. He said, Devon, did you see Brunson after being knocked down by Royce O'Neal? Brunson was triggered, and I recognized, they had history. Yeah, that was, I think that happened in, I forgot what year him and my man O'Neal had a little confrontation and stuff like that. But Brunson put, he stepped up, man. He showed the proof. Tough young man, Jarvis. I like the way that he responds as being a captain, man. He's legit. You know what I mean? And he really listen. I ain't gonna let you affect my game. And so to let you know, I ain't gonna get in the competition. I'm gonna put it up in a basketball court. And I love guys like that. I ain't about all that. I'm gonna show and prove about putting buckets up in here. and I'm sure football walking out there with a W. So I think that was really good by Jalen Brunson, man. He set the tone as a captain, and it's easily my man Carl T. Towns could be a captain. They got that same type of character, you know what I mean? These are some high IQ basketball players, come from good school program, come from good coaching. They've been around, they understand the game, and I think these two guys are really spearheading what this Knicks team is about, man. Jalen Brunson and Carl Anthony Towns. I mean, because it's good one to be rough and rugged, but do you got good IQ? I'd say IQ over hardness any day. I don't need Cat to be super hard. I need them to be super intelligent. You know what I mean? Because you could be the hardest dude in the world and be ignorant, or be still don't know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't need Cat to be hard like he gonna. No, outthink them cats on the court, and that's where your hard come from. I rather a hard mind and a hard body, because the hard body ain't number physical. So he's showing what he's doing mentally, man, and he killing it out there, man. They ain't got nothing for Carl Anthony Towns right now, Shop Howard, and that's why I'm glad that he's on this team, man, because I knew what he would bring to this team. His talent is unmatched, bro. He just could do it all. He just got skills all over the place. He got intelligence, man. What can you say? So I'm glad to see that shot out. So when you add him and Jalen Brunson as the 1-2 punch, just like Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle was a 1-2 punch. Now they got another 1-2 punch. Jalen Brunson and Carl Anthony Towns, and you didn't lose nothing. You gained something. You gained a better 3-point shooter. You gained a guy who right now at his position rebounding the hell out the basketball. His assist numbers are good. He's leading by example. So you gotta love this, man. And these cats, like Decade, just say no egos, man. Salute, Decade. I appreciate that, my brother. But yeah, Shot Power. Other than that, man, this team just got to keep building, man, and I think we're gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's definitely about the building process right now. You know, like I said, hopefully we getting back Deuce McBride this weekend. Hopefully we getting back Precious this weekend. So that'll make the team a little bit more. You'll see a little bit more from the team defensive wise. You know what I mean? And you know, the Mitch is traveling with the team, so that means he's not that far gone for being back on the court. You know, maybe another 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe right before New Year's or right after the New Year. And I mean, that's going to be big for us going into the second half of the season. You know what I mean? With Mitch being back, with Precious, and the big thing I want to find out, I haven't really heard too much chatter about, is Shammith. You know, you hear a lot of words about Mitch and Shammith and Deuce. I mean, you hear about Deuce, Precious, and Mitch. You know what I mean? That, you know, Mitch is traveling with the team now. Precious has been traveling with the team for about as long as I can remember, 2-3 weeks now. So he'll be back on the court. Deuce had a little flare up in his knee. He should be back tomorrow. So with all these things coming to pass, man, you know what I mean? The way we talk about the peaks and valleys, we should be seeing a whole lot more peaks than what we should be seeing in the valley and stuff like that. And I'm just waiting for it to happen, man. And my one big thing, I keep saying this, and this is gonna be my whole thing for the rest of the month. Can you leave Mikal Bridges alone? Jeez Louise, man. This guy is filling up the stat sheet. 17 points. He's the most rebounds I've seen him. 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 3 or 4 assists. He is filling up the stat sheet, and that is what I need from him. And like I said, the New York Knicks starting lineup could average easily 100 points. Just being nice. 30 points from Cat, 30 points from Brunson, and 15 points from Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby. That's major. That's 105 points right there from your starting unit. And now we're looking into the second unit where you're looking at Deuce can get you 10, 15 points. Payne can get you 10, 15 points. Precious Achiuwa get you 6 to 10 points with a couple of rebounds. And when Mitch comes back, he could probably get you 4 to 6 points a game. I think he averaged last year 8 points a game with about 6 to 8 rebounds coming off the bench. And everybody everybody wanting Mitch Robinson to come right in and be center next to Cat. No, that's in my opinion. I don't think that's the best thing to do. I think you leave Mitch into that second unit and you use Mitch and Cat when you need to put them on the court together, not starting right back up, putting them back in the court, because I like the way Josh Hart is playing in that starting unit. And I mean, Josh Hart is doing his thing in that starting unit. He is the the key to the ignition. He is the glue to the sandpaper, whatever you want, however you want to put it. And I like the way that he's running in that first unit. I don't believe that Mitch is going to come back and just start playing the center position and push Cat to the 4 position. I don't think I don't think that's a great idea. I like the way Cat is playing center position right now. And FYI, Cat is going to be Cat is categorically one of the best centers in the league right now. So I like the way it is. So for all the people that's saying that they want Mitchell Robinson to get right back into the starting lineup and push Cat to the 4 and move Josh Hart back into the second unit, I'm not with it.
That ain't gonna happen. Listen, that's real for Cat here. They would get Cat here to get that. The Cat is not leaving that center position. His numbers is too gaudy up at that 5 spot. That's not he want to be there because he can do a lot of things to the other teams when he play like that. He is doing the thing we wanted Kristaps Porzingis to do for the Knicks.
Facts.
Plain and simple. All he doing is doing it. He doing it. We doing what we wanted Chris to do, but this Cat is a better passer and stronger. You know what I mean? And I just want to Parrish. Here's the interesting thing, man. At least in the immediate, this is why I think this Knicks team is still going to be legit. At Parrish, in the immediate, Jericho Sims, Precious Achiuwa, Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride, and whoever at that 3 is going to still be a problem. I think Jericho Sims is working his way into another short-term contract for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. He only making $2 million. You don't think Knicks will get that boy $4 million next year or whatever? Be careful. He still might be a Knicks. And the way he's playing now, you don't know what's going to happen to the Knicks with Mitchell Robinson and them. You really don't. Listen, Mitch was going to go in. I'm not saying that we're going to trade him. I'm just saying Mitch was about to go in a deal for Carl Anthony Towns, him and Randall.
Facts.
What I'm saying is, with his $14 million, President Achiuwa $6 million, you best believe the Knicks can turn that $20 million into something special. So, I'm saying that for Paris is that I think in the immediate, I'm loving that Jericho Sims and Precious Achiuwa front line. Trust me, I'm loving that. Cameron Payne and Deuce McBride, them all solid defenders. Cameron Payne is a solid defender. Deuce is a solid defender. Precious Achiuwa is a solid defender. Jericho Sims is a solid defender. That 3 spot going to be the big thing until whoever get healthy come back. And then when it do happen, then you just slide it on down. I wouldn't be opposed to. I just hope that they don't take my man out of the rotation totally because he's playing some good basketball for the Knicks. He really is. But that just says a lot about Parrish that how they starting to feel for this guy. So we a stacked team, man, and I think it's only going to get better. They stack. They stack. So I'm really looking forward to it. But Jericho Sims, keep doing what you're doing, my man. This was your 4th year to prove that whether you're on the Knicks or you're not on the Knicks, no matter what team you may be on in your future, earn your money so you can stay in the NBA, so you can eat. That's all. Just keep doing what you're doing right now. He's starting to find his groove. I like the way he's banging out there. I like the way he's getting involved in the offense a little bit. His defense is always been on point from a standstill standpoint. The way he going out to the 3-point line, guarding dudes out at the 3. He's starting to react more better. Back I think I would say last year and the year before, he was a little hesitant to do certain things, but now I don't seem like he had that hesitancy no more. He looked like he's just out there doing it. He's playing with the flow of the game. Jalen Brunson find him on a pick and roll. A man follow him in the air for alley-oops. Like I said, that man got athleticism, play to his strength, and they start to play to his strength. So I think I know it would take time, but he's getting there. So it's Parrish. Just to say right now, I'm hoping that this cat don't go nowhere. But if I do, I understand because the Knicks in a good position between him, Mitchell Robinson, and Achiuwa, and a couple other guys. They got down at $27 million. They want to make a move this year. So I do get it, but right now I hope Jericho Sims keep doing what he's doing, man, because I think he'd be more ready this year in the playoffs than he was last year. He was in like a deer in the headlights a little bit last year. Miles Turner ate him and Hart styling him up. But this year I think I see it different. And I think it was a good look for him going up against a lot of these good center shot power. So no matter what happens, man, I'm really looking forward to December 15th and the trading deadline just to see what this team what they gonna do or what they're not gonna do. They got some options. If they don't do nothing, I still think they're contenders. If they do something, the Knicks probably feel like this here. It would have to be something really crazy to make me break up this team right now, Chop Howard. It got to be a guy that's going to come in here going to guarantee me. Do you lose to Mitchell Robinson and Pressure Chua for one guy, unless you think that one guy going to make a big difference, or two guys or whatever? So it's going to be interesting to see when it's going to come back. But I know Mitch like Tibbs. I mean, I know them Tibbs like Mitch, man. He's been around this thing. He's the elder statesman of this team. 2018, been here 6 years. He when he's healthy, he's a difference maker for the New York Knicks. You know what I mean? So we had to see what the Knicks going to do with him, man. But I can't wait till he get back, though. Like I said, having him on that second unit with Pressure Chua and him going to be special, bro, for real.
Yeah, that's no question about that. I'm waiting to see it because, if Precious comes back this weekend, you'll see the difference with Precious being on the court playing with Sims. You know what I mean? And then you can see how much more it'll be when Mitchell Robinson gets back here. You know what I mean? Sims is doing. Let me tell you something, man. Sims is getting out there, getting some loose balls, getting some offensive rebounds. He is doing his thing. So just imagine someone that I believe that is a little bit much better than Sims, and that is Mitchell Robinson. You know what I mean? A healthy Mitchell Robinson, can compete with any center in the league. You know what I mean? And I'm just waiting to see that happen, man. And like I said, he's traveling with the team now, so it's going to be on like Donkey Kong in a few, and I'm just waiting to see it all matriculate. And when you start talking about that pot, man, that thing is simmering right now. So I can't wait to, you can smell it. You can smell it. Yes, you can smell it.
Hey, Parrish, if the Knicks would do that, let me ask you a question. I thought about that the other day too. When I read it that they might be shopping him. Cam Thomas in New York, right across the water. I don't know how we don't have too much to give up. I don't know because we gave away a lot of draft picks and everything. Offense juggernaut on the offense, get straight and crazy buckets.
Cam Thomas who's Cam Thomas? The big light skinned dude, right?
The guard. No, the
guard. I don't want
for the Nets.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Here's a Parrish. For what his contract is, though, you don't got to resign him now. Listen, you don't have to resign Cam Thomas. He's just a free agent next year. But you don't want to give up something, let somebody walk. Yeah, but that dude get fucking buckets. I'll be doing that. I would do it if he's willing to play in the second unit this year. Campaign him, Deuce McBride, Pressure Chua, and Mitchell Robinson. I'm rolling with that all day, every day. Every day. Cam Thomas, Cameron Payne, Deuce McBride at the 3, Pressure Chua, and Mitchell Robinson. He being your predominantly bucket getter in the second unit, and he get buckets. Hey, Parrish, I ain't got no problem with that off the bench if he could come in that. What? That is crazy. Now you don't have to worry about if Campaign going to have an off night. You don't even have to worry about none of them guys going to have an off night because that's what he do. I mean, his game is predicated on getting buckets. Even though offense isn't the problem in New York, that don't mean you wouldn't be willing to take a guy who makes $4 million, whatever, just for 1 year. That's a business move. You ain't got to sign out the gate to let the $4 million walk. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Depending on what you give up to get them. But you don't think Cam Thomas helped the Knicks get to the finals with his bucket getting? He just dropped 21 on us the other night in the first quarter. 43 on us. So that's a no-brainer to me, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at his contract and look at what you don't have to give up. Unless you're going to trade Pressure Chua for him, or you're going to play one of them guys who really ain't going to be here next year. I would see what the Nets want. And if it's in rhyme or reason, you let that boy come right across the hustle. He played with Mikal last year. They got a familiarity together. Bring that boy. I'm with it, man. I'm telling you, forget all that Knicks shit. This dude can play some basketball and get buckets. You down 13 and Jalen Brunson on the bench, he'll get you back in the game by down by 5 and about 4 shots. I'm with it. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm with that. The Cam Thomas, like I said, look at his contract. The reason why they trade him because they probably don't want to give him his bag. Because I think he's still on his rookie deal. I think this will be the final year of his rookie deal, something of that nature. So I would, listen, man, there ain't no hating that, man. Real talk, man. That cat could shoot. He could get him, and he could get him. And like I said, sometime when you need a bucket, he'd be from a scoring standpoint, he's a step above DiVincenzo when it comes getting buckets on the regular. DiVincenzo can get buckets like that dude can get buckets. Not too many dudes can get buckets like that dude can get buckets. But with him in the second unit, like I said, there's no prolific scorers in the second unit. Campaign, he's a knockdown three-point shooter. He's a savvy guard. Deuce Bride is getting good at what he do, but they ain't Cam Thomas though. I just say all that to say that Parrish, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't, because you're trying to win a championship. You're not just trying to be good. He helps our bench tremendously, man. Words, Bond. That shit crazy. Good thought though, Parrish Duggan. That's a good look, man. If you look at it in totality, it ain't like you out there going to get a $30 million superstar or $50 million player. You're going to get to do it on a rookie deal. And so be it. And let it's work. It's work you got to give to get. I don't care if you here. I do Precious Achiuwa for this reason, Shaw Power. Check it out. If they want Precious Achiuwa, and if we got a pick to give them, remember Precious Achiuwa on a 1-year deal. Ain't like you gonna sign him back neither. So you really giving up aspiring for aspiring. Not saying Brooklyn would do that, but you got to make it work for both of them though. But they might gonna want to get some picks in there. But I would depending on what his contract is. You got to go at that, man, from just a talent perspective. Because, like I said, you never know if we get one of our main dudes get injured. If one of our main dudes might get hurt by accident. So even if you lose Jalen Brunson from a bucket getting standpoint, Cam Thomas can get buckets too. To hold the fort down till they get back. So this is where you play checkers, not chess. And this is what real CEOs and all that start thinking about this time of the year when we get to the halfway season trading deadline. What can I do to get us past the Boston Celtics? What can I do to get us past the Cleveland Cavaliers if we have to line up in front of them? So we need all the best tools in the shit. And I think Cam Thomas is one of them tools you put in the toolbox. And when you pull out that wrench, let him tighten it up. Let him tighten it up. He'll get it popping. So, but yeah, man, other than that, man, I think I don't think so. I think they about to trade him, Darren. I think they literally about to trade my man. I don't see them giving him all that money. I don't. And I don't think they're going nowhere neither. So I don't know why they would pay Cam Thomas to 170, 200 million. And then you're not going to be able to get enough money to go buy other players to get with him to compete for a championship, because they ain't getting past the Knicks. They ain't getting past the Celtics. I don't care what they do. So I think that's why they know they're going to trade on Shaw Power, because they're going to say, we can't sign Cam Thomas and guarantee us to get past Philly, get past the Knicks, get past the Boston Celtics, get past Cleveland, Indiana. Is it worth doing that, knowing that you're going to give a man all that money and you're going to be in a play-in every year? That's why I think the Nets is probably thinking. So anyway, he would be nice with our second unit though.
Yeah, I see your logic on that. But I don't know who we give up for it, and I don't know what we didn't give Brooklyn all the picks we need right now. So I'm if he could come forward and he's willing to come and play in the second unit, sure. There's no doubt about that. He is a bucket getter, no question about that. But I think my focus is more in the second unit is our small forward position.
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you. And that's why I said slide Deuce Bride to the 3.
Yeah, I feel you.
Do 3 and D. 3 and D can guard anybody. It can shoot up against anybody. That's why I like the move, because right now we weak at the 3. We weak at the 3. And like I said, there's nobody in that bench that we got right now. Nobody on that bench is better than Cam Thomas. None of them. Let me say that again. None of them. Cam Thomas been deep with. He was deep with when he got there with KD and them and Kyrie and them. That dude been tuteled by some real good dudes. He been around some real savvy ball players. Remember, he was in Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie and them. And KD didn't step on that line against Milwaukee, you never know what would happen. So he been around some guys who he learned a lot. He went through a lot of adversity in his life. And I love guys who go through adversity coming out of college, who had to fight their way because of probably mishaps and wind up still believing in yourself, transforming your game. And look where they put him at. 20-something a game. You know what I mean? And him and Michaela feed off each other because they know how to play against each other. So I think it'd be a good win. With no hair, no bad. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I just like that my man Parrish put the chat up there. And I like that chat as well. He said Cam Thomas could have got us past Indiana in Game 7. Facts. Facts. That's a fact. He would have got us past them dudes in Game 7 when Jalen Brunson got hurt, or this cat wasn't balling. Cause he can light it up, and he's a streaky dude. He can knock down 10 points in 2 shots, 3, 4, 5 shots consistently. And I had a good call, Parrish. Real talk, man. So we'll see how it goes. That is a good talk for the night, man. You know, like I said, we can run out and talk about the Knicks all day, but that's just an interesting quote. But to apply that with the Knicks, if I hear that the Knicks would do that, and I think Leon Rose would do it in a heartbeat if it was feasible, and it wouldn't destroy the infrastructure. The Knicks wouldn't hesitate to get that boy. Because I don't think no other team in the league going to hesitate to get him if he's on a trading block. So we ain't no different than any other 10, 12, 15 playoff teams who know if I got this guy on my team, he might can help me get deep in the playoffs. We right along with everybody else. And he right next door. So if they do it, go get him. And like you said, Brock Aller moves, coach. Yeah, man. Because he look like, and I'm on my job, so I shit. Yeah, we gave Brooklyn a lot of picks, but they 12th greatest. They 12 graders. I ain't worried about them some 5 picks. Ain't none of them picks might pan out to be Mikal Bridges. None of them. You know, they traded the pick for a player that they know that's gonna make a difference now. And it's all about now. We got Brock Aller. We could get draft picks back anytime. He'll do some will and deal. We wind up with four first round picks. Yeah. So listen, I think Brock Aller gonna make it happen anyway. I think he'll get us some picks back. And because we have aspiring deals pretty soon. At least Mitchell Robinson to be aspiring. Preston Chua is aspiring. Shit, campaign, all he dudes is aspiring deals. You know what I mean? He got some. But I don't think we're gonna see too many more draft picks for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. Child Power, you know why? I think the Knicks believe that Daddy A. I think they believe Tyler Kolek. I think they believe Aka Purdy and them will be them young guys that why take a chance on the draft when we got them already here.
Yeah,
I think. A lot of the way they did Deuce and Brod. That's when Deuce and Brod and Grimes them got here. That's why they kept trading all them picks. I don't need those young guys. I already got some young guys. So I do think that they not worried about a pick like that because they know they got Tyler Kolek, they got Daddy A, and they got Haka Purdy, and McCullough.
And McCullough.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they might not be too concerned with that because they, like I said, the way these cats will and deal, you never know. 1 12th grader, 1 7, 1 5th, and 1 3rd grader. That's facts, coach. That's what I'm saying. The draft picks way down in the 30s. Good move, though. That's why we stockpiled them to do that. Well, you dead on with that one, coach. You said 12. One is the 12th grader. That's next year. One is the 7th grader. One a 5th grader. One a 3rd. By the time them picks come to fruition, so it's all good, man.
I always said that, Divine, man. Some of those draft picks they gave up, the guys ain't even. They get ready. They just started high school this year. You know what I mean? They just started high school this year. They're freshman year being in the high school. And 3, 4 more years, then the 2029 pick, that guy, he's just on high school right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Yep. Yeah, man. That it's amazing that what we did with this stuff, man. I salute to the New York Knicks front office, man. I'm about strategizing and wheeling and dealing, being a business, but them cats on another level, though. And what I love about it, they put a team together for the next 5 years. This was so dope about it. They believe this team can stay together for the next 4 years, win a championship, and after that, we see what happens. Cat aspiring, Anunoby aspiring, Mikal Poppy aspiring when he gets back, Jalen Brunson to be aspiring, Josh Hart to be aspiring. All that cat money 4 years from now is coming back if they decide to blow it up. But I don't think so. I think the Knicks is pretty going to be pretty good for a long time. I think this team that we got right now within the next 2 years, a win one. I was thinking this year. I'm not even going to front. Before we got Cat, I had the Knicks going to the finals. I was like, we got something for these cats out there now with Cat in the field and Mitchell Robinson, all these dudes coming back. You guys may know better than me. I don't know because I don't follow all 29 teams other than Nick. Name a team out there to y'all that you think from a starting 5 perspective and a talent perspective better than Nick, man for man, position by position, starting five, and maybe when Mitchell Robinson come back and all these other guys, and a bench better than the Knicks. I don't watch that much NBA basketball to say I know every team, so I can't tell you. But just from the Knicks perspective, yeah, Rockets look tough, though. You ain't lying about them young boys. They play hard out there, man. They're going to be a problem out there in the West, Nick 100. They playing some good ball out there, the Rockets. But, yeah, and them cats, what I mean by I don't know if the Rockets starting five is better than the Knicks. I know they talented, but I don't think they're better than Knicks. Here's one reason. Good as Van Vliet is, good as Jalen Green is, talented, gifted, skilled. Van Vliet, yes. The other ones haven't really showed too much to get to. In other words, where have they gotten to? Jalen Brunson, to me, is a difference maker for this reason. In the West, he went to the Western Conference Finals. The next year, come over to the East. If it weren't for injuries, would have made it again. When he left the team, that he went to the Western Conference Finals they was in the lottery the next year. Think about that. They kept that 10th pick away from us, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of teams got some guy. I give SGA him, Oklahoma City. I agree with you on that one. The Rockets got to show me something by the end of the year. Let me put it like that. I understand they beat us. That's regular season. Don't forget, we don't have all our players neither. I get where you're going with that, Jim. Nick, Jim. I'm not questioning, but they beat us without Mitchell Robinson. They beat us without this guy. They beat us without that guy. Just like the Indianas and everybody, in the playoffs last year. They beat us without a lot of players. And right now, the Knicks is injured. They are an injured team. A lot of their key guys that they depend on, not their leaders, but they key guys. Like Mitchell Robinson is a key guy for the Knicks. President Chua is a key guy for the New York Knicks, and Deuce Bride is a key player for the New York Knicks. They might not be our superstar, but they key to the team. And sometimes you can't judge a team until they're fully healthy. And that's why I'm not even judging this team yet. When the Knicks get fully healthy, they're going to be better than they is now. That's no question about it. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get where you're going with it, though. But I think this team all around, man, they got guys who winners. They got winning ball players. Everybody got good talent, like I said earlier. But all of them ain't winners. Jalen Brunson is a winner. Josh Hart is a winner. Mikal is a winner. Anunoby is a winner. Karl-Anthony Towns is a winner. Them dudes are winning ball players, not good basketball talent. They are winning ball players. A big difference. Jalen Brunson won one in college, two of them. Josh Hart won one in college. Anunoby won one in the NBA. Karl-Anthony Towns, I don't know if he won with Detroit, with the Kentucky, but he went deep there with John Calipari. So what I'm trying to say is the New York Knicks got a basketball team full of guys who know how to win basketball, and they've been there before. That's why I separate the Knicks from a lot of teams in the NBA. They got guys who won on all stages or who have been deep on the stage. A lot of guys in the NBA haven't been deep on the stage, but are very talented. So we'll see, Shot Powers. I like our team for that reason over a lot of teams, like Shot Powers, just due to the fact we got guys who's been battle tested. They've been battle tested. That's why we could have went deep the last couple of years, went for injuries, because all our guys been battle tested. You know what I mean? So I say that to say that. Let's see how it goes. If we stay healthy, I like Knicks over everybody. Period. And I ain't got nothing to do with the homer. I'm just talking about the talent of our team and how deep they are. You know what I mean? I just think they're a deep roster. When they get healthy, that's a deep roster. And they multifunctional. They diverse. They can guard. They can score. They can do it all. I mean, and I think we haven't seen the best of the Knicks yet, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me when I'm telling you. And that's scary. That's scary. And I'm not being a homer. I'm just dealing with numbers and facts. They are a good team, man. Real talk. So we'll see. It don't mean nothing until the end of the season. We see where we land. But I'm confident in this team. I really am, man. I'm confident in this team, man. I've never been more confident in the Knicks team in my life than this team, other than the 90s. Other than the 90s Knicks and the 70s Knicks, I haven't been more confident in what a team can accomplish. Like I was saying earlier, they are built like the 70 Knicks. They really are. They got the same mindset, the same way they play, cutting and passing and doing this stellar defense when they playing just like them dudes in the 90s and the 70s, man. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, go watch some 70 basketball from the Knicks. And you be like, damn, this team playing like them dudes. Cutting, passing lanes, everything, So we'll see. And we not in a decent minded league, shot power, like now we used to be in the NBA. So that could be scary for a team. Like I said, playing against the Knicks, we done put up some numbers against a lot of good teams this year, man. And win or lose, I think we'd do it again for real, for real.
Yeah, it's a numbers game now. The NBA has changed from the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It is more of, I remember back in the days when you would see a center or a center shooting a 3-point shot was shunned upon. Everybody be like, oh my God, what he doing that for? And now it's a regular that you got your center out there shooting 3-point shots now.
Mm-hmm.
So the change it has changed from earlier in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. This is a different era of basketball, and once again with the defense about the New York Knicks, man. Like I said this before. I'm not saying that we can't get back to the defensive style of basketball that we played last year. We may not. I'm not saying that we can't because there's different players that's on this team. But what I'm saying is our offense right now is so superior than it was last year that is going to help us carry us a little further in what we do this year. Our defense is going to pick up, especially when we get Deuce McBride back, especially when we get Precious Achiuwa back, especially when we get Mitchell Robinson back. We're ranked around 17th, 19th now. I think we went up since last game. I think it was 21. I think we had 19 or 20 or something like that. Didn't make a major move. But by the time we get Precious back, by the time we get Mitchell back, Deuce back on the court, the defense, you'll start noticing that the starters are not playing that many minutes, and the second unit is playing. Some guys are playing 14, 16, 18 minutes, in a game. And that's what's gonna help the second unit out. And then we talk about the third unit, that the Huckaporties, the Tylers, and the Pac-Man. Those will be the guys that'll come off the bench after we cinch the win with the second unit. The starting unit will get the lead. The second unit will improve on the lead, and the third unit will finalize the game. This way, you see the disparity in minutes go down. I seen someone in the chat talk about that Cleveland majority of their starters are not playing 30 minutes a game. Well, that can also happen here because I also said this in the beginning of the year too. Once we get these guys that Tom Thibodeau circle of trust, those 10 guys that Tom Thibodeau is going to work his wonders with. Once we get those guys on the same page, then the third unit will have more time to play in the court because the first and second unit are beating teams, obliterating teams. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm waiting to see, and I see that's going to come soon. Last couple of games, we've been scoring a lot of baskets, and I believe this team can score baskets because of the way they're assisting the basketball. They're shooting out all my pet peeves: the controlling the pace, the hitting your free throws, the grabbing rebounds. They're shooting over 36% from three-point land. They are doing all of those things effectively. So when we get more healthy, so we can spread the wealth out, the minutes out, that 200 and something minutes that we have to spread out between the players that we have, it's going to be an even more electrifying team once we get everything situated.
Yeah, real talk. You know what's interesting, ladies and gentlemen, real quick? Just to piggyback off what Shaw Power said. When our first unit get a good lead because of that offense, what's so dangerous about this is that our second unit will sustain it because of their defense. See what I'm saying? So let's say the Knicks start subbing everybody out, and we up 10 points and 15 points because of how prolific the offense is. When that offense come back in, they still might have a lead because that second unit defense is that special. Listen, Mr. Robinson, Precious Achiuwa, like I said, Campaign and McBride, that's some solid defending right there. So I think they're going to defend them positions until you get the other guys back in there. And then that means that the Knicks will probably always most likely be playing with a lead most of the time. It won't be too many times this year the Knicks don't play from behind. I say that when they get healthy because they got enough offense in the first unit to keep them in games or be ahead of games. Then they will have enough defense once everybody get back to try to sustain the league, while at the same time you got guys like Cameron Payne and Deuce McBride that can get some buckets from downtown and keep the other team's second unit honest. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think it's going to be real interesting, man. If all this formed together the way I think it is, it'd probably be a dangerous squad, man. Because like I said, they got a prolific starting five, and they have a strong bench who can come in there and knock down threes and defend the basketball. It's just going to be interesting to see. He said offense couldn't be better, but give up 120 shoot. Yeah, you 100% right with that. We definitely gotta, and that's what I was talking about, man. You know, you can't judge this team too much till they get fully healthy. Because I guarantee you, if Pressure 2 and Mitchell Robinson was back, they wouldn't have scored no 122 points. And Deuce McBride. You know, but at the same time, they didn't have KD in it, so I do get it. But I don't think y'all seen that even you probably seen that. I'm gonna say in my honest opinion, I think you see right now you see the Knicks play at I'm gonna say 75%, maybe 70%. You probably only getting 70% of what the Knicks really can do, because the other 30% ain't even here. 10% of Mitchell Robinson, 10% of Precious Achua, and 10% of Deuce McBride. And then when them guys get back, it'll be a whole different team, man. So I'm excited to see it, man. They haven't proved me wrong yet. You know what I mean? I'm trying to piggyback off the numbers don't lie type of thing, Shot Power, but they do got a good solid five down there, and they ain't scared of nobody. They got some heart down there. They got a lot of gritty guys down there. You know, like I said, they might not be them guys who walk around with the Glocks type of thing, but them guys walk around with that my lethal weapon is a mind. You know what I mean? And I think they got a lot of them guys. So, we'll see how it goes, man. But I'm happy about it, man. I really am, because I just think that these teams is good. They're a good team. And hopefully they keep winning, ladies and gentlemen. It all starts again in Utah on Saturday. 5 o'clock game, ladies and gentlemen. I would love for to get. I talked to Shaw Powell early in the week. I said, Shaw Powell, I love to go 4-1. I said 3-2. I had 4-1, but I take 3-2 on this trip. So right now we so far we 1-0 on the trip. But yeah, man, if we can get the Utah thing popping, and win 1 or 2 more, I'm like, man, to come off this road trip at over 500 would be really big for us. You know what I mean? Out there, that means the way we head in the right direction.
Yeah, there's no question. I think we got a couple of games that we could scoop up over here, and the team is starting to get it together. So I think Utah 5 o'clock. We'll talk about it coming up this weekend and stuff like that. But I think the next couple of games we're gonna do a couple of great things with, and this is the time, like I said, that the team is all to themselves. The only thing they got to rely on is each other, and the more that they rely on each other, the better they're going to be. And this is a great way to go on the West Coast and play these teams over there, especially getting players back like a Precious and a Deuce. So that's really going to help us out, make us play better, and I can't wait to see what happens. Utah, Dallas, and Mile High State,
Denver.
Yeah, Denver. So and I think Denver's a little banged up right now too. I think Jokic is out. I'm not exactly sure. I think I've seen something like that. But without that even being said, the next game up, next man up. Let's get it.
Yeah, real talk. Yeah, hey Jarvis, no problem, man. The door's always open, Jarvis. If I throw the link in there, you're always welcome to come on, man. But that's cool, though. We ain't gonna be on too longer, but I appreciate that, though, man. Next time we're on, hop on in, my brother. It's love here, always, my man. It's Louisiana Slugger right there. That's Jarvis in the building, man. Real talk. But yeah, Shot Power. So far so good. I mean, we had a little bit of peaks and valleys at the beginning of the season. We got to around 11 games of the season, and we hit a little stride, starting with the Brooklyn game. Then we beat Brooklyn again, then we beat Washington, and then now we just want to get Phoenix. So, and believe it or not, Brooklyn's not a bad team, ladies. Then when we played them, they were 5-6. They got some talent. They got talent down there as well. So it wasn't like we were beating no scrubs other than Washington. But Brooklyn had a solid team. They got some solid NBA guys, Schroeder and all them guys, man. And Ben Simmons, he might not be the Ben Simmons of old, but they got guys, Cam Thomas. You know what I mean? They got Cam Johnson. They had some good players there. So
Cam Johnson.
Yeah, so I can see why we had to beat them in a thriller, but the next game we let them know that we gonna bring some type of defense adjustment. And we defense through a body that Cam Thomas and made a difference. And we would like Washington. We expected that to be a blowout. You know what I mean? It wasn't no in that no Claxton either. That's true indeed. But you know, we did what we had to do. You know, that's what it boiled down to. But like I said, the team that we beating now, ladies and gentlemen, remember something. Just like they don't have their players, we don't have ours neither. You know, and that's important to understand what I'm saying, because we know I don't want, and this not nothing to do with you, Nick 100. I heard somebody say that the other night on the show. There was like, it was somebody on Twitter, my man. He said, "Listen, I don't want to hear about the Knicks say these guys saying the other team that have this player. We don't have all ours neither." You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, and I think that's important to understand. Like, you know, we beat them without them, but they beat us without them, but we ain't got ours neither. Right, Sha? We don't have Mitchell Robinson. We don't got Preston Chua. We don't got Deuce and Bride. They ain't superstars, but they are important cogs in the wheel of the New York team. And the Knicks are 30% better than me with them dudes on the floor.
Facts.
Because Jericho Sims and Haka Purdy is not Mitchell Robinson and Preston Chua. Let's get that out the way right now. I don't care how much good you think they're going to be. They are not Mitchell Robinson and Preston Chua by a stretch, a long stretch, matter of fact. They cannot affect the game the way Mitchell Robinson and Preston Chua will. Haka Purdy and Jericho Sims can't hit the three like Preston Chua can. Them cats can't rim protect like Mitchell Robinson can. They can learn and finally get there one day. But they are not them now. So let me tell y'all something. A lot of teams we play, they don't got their players. We don't have ours either. Just remember that. Wait till this team get fully healthy. We won't be worried about wanting to see who's going to play with a couple of minutes. You ain't got to worry about that. When they need a defense stop, they put their defense team in there. Watch this team when these two boys come back, man. This ain't no hyperbole. Like I said, Jericho Sims and Haka Purdy is not no Mitchell Robinson. I don't care if you like Mitchell Robinson or not, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of the premier post defenders in the association. Whether you like it or not, he is one of the premier defenders in that paint. The reason why, when he up there like this, and you coming down the lane, you can't go that way. You either go that way, you ain't go that way. So Mitchell Robinson causing a lot of havoc down there because he makes you alter which way you're going to shoot a shot or which way you're going to run your offense. Because if you get down the lane and Mitchell Robinson standing there, that ain't Haka Purdy. Even though Haka Purdy would make an attempt, he still ain't Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is a legit 7-foot dude with a long wingspan. You know, Haka Purdy is 6'10" at best, shot power, I think. And Jericho Sims 6'10" at best. Them cats do not disrupt a team, disrupt an offense like Mitchell Robinson do. And that with him and Preston Chua, that team would be much better. So when Carl Anthony Towns go out to take a break, you bring Mitchell Robinson in there, it's gonna be a little different. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think it's no brainer to me. I think these dudes gonna go get it, man. Let's go New York Knicks. Just like Boston got their team stacked, we got our stack too now. We can go up against anybody. I don't care who it is. You could bring Boston, you could bring Philly, you could bring Indiana, you could bring Miami, you could bring Cleveland. I don't care who you bring up in there. The New York Knicks can compete with anybody in the East, in the West, anybody. I'm not saying they're going to beat them. I said they compete with anybody. So when you're competing and you got good players, you're always going to have a chance to win. And it'll be hard to beat the Knicks in the 7-game series this year with that talent. So I will. I listen. I eat the crow. I eat the crow down the line, but I don't think I will be eating any. I think this team gonna make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. Sharp Power. We had to wait and see. I think these cats gonna make some noise, man. Where it's born. These boys is loaded, man. Loaded. Yeah. Look at the numbers last night. That starting five loaded, cuz. For real.
That's a fact, man. And like I said, the minutes will they're playing so good in spurts that if the Knicks had 40-something points in the beginning, you know what I mean? In the beginning, first quarter, that's major, man. And if they can continue to do that, that's gonna be major.
Yep.
But what I'm gonna do though, Divine, I gotta check out real quick. I gotta go meet up with wifey real quick.
Go ahead,
and
man.
I will see you on Saturday. Salute to you as always, my brother. Salute to the family in the chat. We'll see you guys on Saturday at 4:00. Let's get it.
Salute, y'all. I'll talk to you later, Brody.
You're ready.
Yep. Yeah, man. But I'm gonna be getting off pretty soon. We just want to stay and holler at you good guys, man. But yeah, man, I'm excited about this team, man. They just, we just, like I said, I'm not guaranteed they're gonna win a championship, but I tell you what, I don't see why they can't win one. I don't see why they can't win one when they get healthy. It's all predicated on health. I believe if Mitchell Robinson and Mitchell Robinson and Preston Chua get back with Deuce McBride, I think this is a dangerous basketball team. Like I said, they can go up against a lot of teams. There's a lot of good teams out there, ladies and gentlemen, but we got some guys who can play basketball in New York, and I think this is going to be one of the years where they show improve. I think we should have been in the third round the last 2 years. The first year with Jalen Brunson, obviously Julius Randle went down, sprained his ankle right before the season ended and got injured in the playoffs. Obviously, that hurt us real bad. Last year, Anunoby went down, Randall went down, you name it. Mitchell Robinson went down, Bogdan went down. I mean, injuries just decimated us last year because if it wasn't for that, I think we would have played Boston instead of Indiana in the Eastern Conference Final last year, and it could have been a different outcome. That team was pretty good last year, but Anunoby, no Randall, no Mitchell Robinson, you can't win without that. And Jalen Brunson only took it forward. He can go to the game 7. I just think that this year is no different if we always healthy. And I think we're a better team from all around, to me, this year, the way they playing basketball. And Mo Cheeks running the offense the way Mo Cheeks got them guys running offense in New York right now. Big shout out to Mo Cheeks. They brought that man in here. You know what he used to do when he was a point guard for the 76ers with him and Dr. J and Darryl Dawkins and all them dudes. One of the most gifted point guards that ever played the game, and a great defense mind. And so what he done to help Tom Thibodeau neutralize the offense the way we got it. Then you bring in the players that we got. It was good to see, man. So I can't be more happy, man. Real talk. But guys, listen, I'm gonna get out of here because I could talk all night and everything like that, man. But I'm glad y'all came in, man, to get in tonight, man. But I'm really, really excited about what we got going on, y'all. Let's see. Saturday, we be on at 4 o'clock. 3:45. 3:45. We'll be on 3:45 to 4:45. The game is at 5 o'clock. But like I said, I want to start coming on like 15 minutes before the game starts, for everybody can get in their mode once the show is over. But I'm looking forward to seeing y'all in here on Saturday, man. We can try to get it popping tonight. We just want to get in here with the recap. And the recap was 138 to 122. Knicks did the damn thing. Defense didn't play the way they needed to, but they played enough to keep the guys lower than their offense was. And they still got to keep working on that defense. But I really believe that once we get some of our soldiers back who play that side of the ball, we'll be a better team. But until then, man, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. Salute to all you guys for coming in, man. We appreciate y'all always, every day, man. Hopefully by Saturday, a couple of teams in the East lose, and we still get to move up a little more. But I'm always standards watching because I believe this team is that close, man. And we'll see how it goes. 9-6, 3 games behind Boston in Atlantic Division, probably sitting around 3rd in the East. And that's a good thing. But till then, salute to everybody. Thank y'all for coming in. You know what it is, man. Real quick, subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. Hit that like and subscribe for your boys. Hit that like and subscribe for Knicks Real Talk. I'm out, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of the night, man. We'll talk to y'all on the other side. Divine, shout, power, the chat. You already know, man. I'm out, man. Peace. Yo, Divine, what's good? You know what it is, bro. About to go ahead and get with SP. We about to get this Knicks Real Talk pre-game popping off. Get this shit popping, man. I'll holla at you. One. Run the black silver rattle. This is petrol with Red Bull and some lotto. They hit the metro at full throttle. We bottlenecking about a 30-second intersection. Look in the opposite direction. Where is Bob? We see Sharon flexing in front of M&G. We post up like sticky note. We strictly dope. We smell it icky in the air like hickory smoke. It's KRT folk, and we well represented. On that Knicks ship. You can smell it, so please don't step in it. The Knicks open up a can of wolf bath. The burner cooking with gab. Big cat in the alley digging through your team trap. Getting that cash ready for DoorDash with the slap. But them full moves too slow before the pregame show. But we came to let you know here's what's on tap. With a starting 5 and report key matches and all that. Let's salute to the fam, the chat. Interact with the man, them. And the brand front of the camera, so picture. Cats and snap back to fit the cap. And we Nick dripping. If they feel talk, you know we fit the description. And it's the OG, holding the Anunoby. We colder than me and my man Brody. Join the dope on the low, we be on your fire TV, that's Cody. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we get down. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. We in that Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. It's Knicks Real Talk. You know how we Nick drip, dripping the Nick drip. Real talk.